just arrived at Durdle Door Campsite, which I think is probably the most expensive campsite in the world.
That is a bit dramatic, but it is expensive.
It is very expensive, so expensive in fact we're going to run a little competition, so we want you guys to guess exactly how much this campsite costs for one night. We're going to pick 3 people at random who have guessed the right price and send a couple of stickers your way. So we leave it running for a week, then we choose 3 winners and then we get in touch with you about getting your details. But there is a reason why we're here, a couple of reasons in fact. Obviously being Durdle Door Campsite, it is very close to Durdle Door. With Taco, we wanted somewhere nearby. You can find parking, what, probably half hour away?
It's quite far away. If you want a massive walk to Durdle Door, then that's fine. Yeah. But we didn't want to leave Taco that long, so.
No, especially as it's starting to warm up a little bit as well. We wanted to be kind of nearby if we needed to come back and open vents or get him out and give him some fresh air. So yeah, that is one of the reasons. And the other reason is basically there is a car park right on site that you can spend the day. It's 20 quid per day. So if you want to be here for a couple of days, obviously it's 20 quid a day. You've then got to drive off, find somewhere to park, drive back, spend another 20 quid. So it just wasn't worth doing that way. Let us know in the comments what you think this costs for the night and we will pick a few winners. But I think now should we go down and have a little wander?
Yeah, let's go see Durdle Door.
Let's do it. We did actually come here, what, about 3 years ago now? I forgot how steep it is to get down. Steep. So the initial plan of why we wanted to come here was because we wanted to get a photo of Taco under the arch of Durdle Door. So that's why we booked the campsite. Another reason, obviously, aside from the fact that the car park itself is very expensive, we thought we could be as close as possible to the arch. But it's still, what, 15-minute walk from...
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea, really. We made it down the very steep steps to Durdle Door, so we're sat on the beach at the moment. We're a little bit up from the beach and we've got a really good view of the arch and it's pretty cool.
It is cool. Apparently it is the most famous arch in the world, and I don't know what the kind of parameters are to become the most famous arch, but this is it.
I don't know of any other arches really, so
maybe it's the only one, which naturally it would be the most famous. But no, it's cool, it is really cool. It's about 10,000 years old, so apparently it started off as, I'm guessing, a complete arm that came off the beach.
Yeah, it's made of limestone, I think. So
yeah, and then it's just slowly been eroded over the years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder why 10,000 years ago it first started eroding, or if that's how long it took to actually make that first tiny little hole.
Yeah, I think
which then became the arch.
So this arch is 10,000 years old, and Luke was like, oh, I think it's got wider from last time we were here 3 years ago. So no, it hasn't. I think it's probably erodes a millimetre.
To be fair, let us know in the comments, because there's every chance that it would have got wider, even if it's by a millimetre.
Yeah, like a millimetre.
So maybe I can see that. But it's surprisingly busy. So we're here on a Tuesday evening. It must be what, 7 o'clock in the evening? It's not a holiday. It's just a normal Tuesday in May. And
quite a lot of people.
It's quite a lot of people, which is kind of the reason we've sat back a bit as well, because we're not people on the whole. It's quite nice just to be a little way away from things. And
I can imagine in like prime summer this is awful. This will be heaving. Because even now, like, it's not even that warm and there's kids in the sea and like, I mean, everyone looks pretty happy and yeah,
exactly, everyone's just having a nice time. But there's actually 2 beaches here as well, so I think Durdle Door is obviously the most famous part, and that's what, like, most people are on this beach, but literally just the other side there's, is it Mainecoonkitten beach?
Yeah.
And there's only 3 or 4 sets of people down there, whereas there's multiple families all the way along here. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better evening really, could we?
It's pretty perfect weather.
It is ideal.
So I think there'll be a nice sunset tonight.
One thing I am glad of, that we didn't bring Taco down.
Yeah.
Because he would have flipped. And I think we've got to realise that we do have a cat. He's not a dog, even though he's quite dog-like.
Yeah.
We've got to be...
He would be absolutely fine. If there was no people, no other animals, that'd be fine. But we can't get that situation hardly anywhere, unfortunately. So
I think
have to pick our times.
Yeah, I think just soak up the sun for a little bit, head back up to the campsite, and get Taco back out on the lead again just before the sun actually sets.
Yeah. We
said about Mainecoonkitten Beach, and you literally climb back up Durdle Door, back down to Mainecoonkitten, and I think I've realised why it's so quiet. Because, well, especially this time of night, the second you start climbing down, you might have seen that the sun completely disappears, because it's the whole beach is completely blocked off from the sun. So you can see Amy at the top. It's got a nice little glow to her. You can see her somewhere. And as soon as you come down about 5 steps, it is completely shaded, but it's nice and quiet. There's literally no one on the beach. There's one person in the sea, and that's about it really.
When we were going down, everyone was going up really out of breath. I was like, let's see, it'll be easy. I'm done.
It wasn't too bad, was it?
No, we just quite fit.
We are really unfit. It's probably from the very bottom point, 20 minutes, I reckon.
Do you think?
Not as long as that.
No.
Felt it. Maybe 15. But, yeah, it's quite a climb, but it's doable. It's definitely doable for most people, I'd say. Restaurant, are you feeling that?
We keep trying to be really good and cook in the van, but we've just got back from camp out.
Yeah.
And we've been bad there, so
we might as well carry on.
What's one more day? Yeah. One more day. And
it looks good. It does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah, and like that's one of the main benefits of the campsite as well, is that the restaurant is right on site, so we don't have to leave, don't have to walk anywhere else.
But it's not included in that extortionate price tag. I've just looked at the sign, and I know we keep banging on about how expensive everything is here, which 20 quid for a day's parking, if you're in a van or something like that, is a lot of money. But if you're literally coming in a car, I think it's £6 for 4 hours.
Yeah, or 12 for all day.
12 for all day. It doesn't actually say, yeah, it doesn't say what times all day is, because summer and winter vary. It just says check the website. So it's our own fault in a way, because we're in a massive vehicle. But at the end of the day, we still only take up one space.
I don't know if the mic is picking this up at all, but they're so loud. There's so many crows just squawking away. They've been doing that all day. So I hope they stop tonight, whereas we're getting no sleep.
I know we've joked about the price of everything continually, but at least we've got a garden for taco, so that is something. The fact we can take them actually down to Durdle Door, or down to the world famous arch,
yeah.
At least there is space for him to get ours in there. And
yeah, it's right at the back of the van. It's quite like penned in.
Yeah, if I just spin round, you can see there's actually quite a bit of room. So van finishes there. You've probably got 25 foot or something to the corner of our little garden area, so it is nice. It's quite secluded. There is a road that runs that side, but yeah, it's not too much of a problem.
The roads are still noisy, but Taco's had a good old play, so we're going to get him back in the van.
He's still quite alert, isn't
he? Before he eats a bird, and we can go and eat in the restaurant.
Well, that was very good, actually.
It was, yeah.
I had the burger, and you had the lasagna?
Lasagna. It was very nice.
Big portions
as well. We were very full up.
Yeah.
So we're going to crash out and do the food film.
Well, we have left Durdle Door Holiday Park, and it's probably about time we told them how much.
Yeah.
£49 for one night. It's a lot of money, isn't it?
For a random day in May, by the way. There's no holidays, no bank holidays.
Not even a weekend.
Not even a weekend.
£49.
So I think that price does go up in summer. I think it might go up to 55, maybe even a bit more. During peak season, so yeah, if you want to come in summer, be prepared.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, overall though, as campsites go, it had everything you needed. We had nice showers, didn't we? Nice hot showers. Pitches were a good size.
They were a bit sloped though.
They were, yeah.
But most people bring like levelers. Again, that's another thing to note if you do want to come. We don't carry them just because we always park not really on campsites. So the one time we need them a year, it's not really
we did find we had to swap what way we slept in bed like halfway through the night though, didn't we?
Yeah, because I woke up with heartburn because I was so tired. So we did turn around.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing to bear in mind. But yeah, I mean, it's got everything you want as a campsite, and obviously the location as well, and they know that there's not really anywhere else to park nearby.
Yeah, so there is somewhere else to park, which we did pass just now, and there was loads of vans parked up. But I'd say it's probably about a half an hour walk.
Yeah, and it's still very sloped, more so than the campsite. So I think, yeah, it wouldn't be a comfortable night's sleep even if you did park there. But like we said earlier, we wanted to be near Taco in case we needed to get back to him, so it just wasn't an option.
Yeah.
And that's what we found for a lot of the Jurassic Coast, isn't it?
Yeah, so this whole trip was going to be, we were going to go along the whole Jurassic Coast, which we could have done, but after a lot of research, we kind of saw how unfriendly it was to vans. Yeah. And I mean, if you've done it in your van, please let us know how you found it. From our research, most car parks were limited to 6 metres, so we couldn't park there.
We're about 6.9.
So we just didn't see it worth it. We didn't want a really stressful holiday.
No.
we are going somewhere else.
We are. We're going to quickly stop off at Corfe Castle because you found a car park near there that we can park in. I think it's about a 10-minute walk to the castle. We can have a little look around, and then we are heading off to Wales because it's just a bit more hospitable, isn't it, to vans? So we've got a few videos planned from that trip, and yeah, some quite exciting things, I think. But yeah, let's get over to Corfe Castle and have a little wander about. Wow. Well, we've got our ticket, and this is the Purbeck multi-use car park. So motorhomes are allowed. We've actually got a ticket that says motorhome on it, and you basically pay for a full day, which is £7, and that runs from 8 AM till 6 PM, but you are actually allowed to park here till 10 PM. You just can't stay overnight, so there's basically no charge between 6 and 10 in the evening. But yeah, £7 for the day, which I think is pretty good going. The only slight query is it does say motorhomes not more than 4.8 metres. I mean, we're parked right next to a motorhome of a similar size to our van. We're not sticking out, we're not blocking anything, we're parked in a corner, so yeah, I think we're absolutely fine. So you might see behind us that is indeed Corfe Castle, and to be honest it's only a fairly short walk from the car park. I think it's about 3/4 of a mile, but it's a nice little walk. It's through woodlands and you can see it at various points along the walk, can't you?
So we were going to go into Corfe Castle, but I think it's like £12 each, and I feel like we can see it enough here. It's
nice from a distance seeing it as a whole. I'm sure there's facts and things like that actually within it which might benefit, but I quite like the view from here. There's a train line that runs alongside the walk as well, and
you've seen a steam train?
Yeah, old steam trains going up and down, and we heard it from the van, didn't we? We thought, oh, I wonder where that is, but yeah, I think overall it's been quite nice, isn't it? Well, we have just left Corfe Castle, and it did look amazing with the sun starting to set around it, but we're now on to the next part of our adventure.
Yeah, so we are actually going to head towards Wales now. Like we did say, we were going to do the Dorset coast, but we thought Wales is probably going to be a bit more accommodating
I hope so.
To the van.
I hope it is.
So yeah, hopefully we'll find parking a bit easier in Wales. So that's where we're heading now. Don't really have a plan. Probably south area of Wales.
Yeah.
There's a few points we want to go to, but yeah, stay tuned for the next video.
Yeah, and if you did like this one, if you found it helpful or you just enjoyed it, then please do subscribe to the channel so you can see more of them.